Hey guys, and welcome to an incredibly fast and furious game. I'm a Rubber Duck War, but today we're going to be taking a look at a battle between the legendary warriors Stormrunner and Caradoc, both playing as Slaanesh. So you know it's going to be getting absolutely crazy blood and thunder and all that gloriousness. Loads of cavalry, loads of flyers, big scary Nakari units in battle. It's going to be some wild stuff for sure. If you guys enjoy this video by the end of it, make sure to leave a little subscribe and a cheeky thumbs up. Without further ado, let's hop into the battle, and I'm really pumped up to see how this goes. It's a battle which is going to have so much mobility, pressure, and a lot of emphasis on that. We'll have to see how these players have started to, take into consideration this mirror match and how they play it, because both these guys, pretty experienced tournament players, are going to be coming in with relatively different builds. For the force of Stormrunner, we have some exalted demonettes of Slaanesh. Now, we've seen a couple of replays with the force of Slaanesh from Stormrunner, and he seems to love these lovely ladies, and their debuff really helps out quite considerably. We have Marauders of Slaanesh and Spear Marauders all dotted through the front line, and on the far side, another unit of exalted demonettes. Leading the battle line is going to be Nakari himself, taking on the role today of Vin Diesel. He's all about family and Corona and all that good juicy stuff. He's going to be drifting his way into the enemy, looking to overwhelm them. Looks like we should have some cavalry as well hidden in the trees. We have the Hellstriders of Slaanesh dotted around, hidden in the trees at the moment. A couple over there in the back right. One of them is Seekers, and some on the left-hand side to boot as well. Looks like we may get a really early engagement, actually, in the forest as Furies do descend down into the madness. Hellstriders are Caradoc, and Chaos Furies probably going to be losing that fight, though. There's Seekers in there, which is pretty damn nasty stuff. For Caradoc's main battle line, it is a Marauders of Slaanesh. A load of Spearmen going all the way along here. He likewise has cavalry hidden in the trees, but he's got a little bit more air pressure coming in the Chaos Furies. Marauders of Slaanesh in the back with one unit of Exalted Demonettes, so both players coming in with similar ideas, at least with the main parts of their armies. We have yet another Nakari today, taking the form of The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and he's also about family, but also about the law, coming to bring the law and pain to the enemy Slaanesh forces. With a Keeper of Secret walking forward, and double big scary single entities could prove a little bit too much here for the forces of Storm. It's interesting to see how he prepares against the Keeper plus Inkari, who can easily bully the enemy general in that 2-for-1 affair. Over here, though, it looks like we're going to get an early Slice and Shards perhaps come in. The cavalry, though, the Hellstriders will be able to escape this, likewise with the Seekers, and they got some pretty decent damage done through here. So a nice attempted Slice and Shards going down, but it was well dodged, although the Hellstriders have been caught out by Nakari, which is a really nice play coming in by the red Slaanesh player, as it is going to be enough to drag down those Hellstriders and make this engagement in the trees not that much of a disaster. They lost one unit, but they also claimed a unit, though the Seekers will be roving through their back line, which isn't really where you want anything to be, particularly a Slaanesh unit. Cavalry's looking for a cheeky frontal charge. It looks like rather wisely. The more Slaanesh are running for it and trying to fall back behind the spear. They do turn to engage, try to use their mass to pin the enemy in place, and it's going to work relatively well. The Hellstriders do some nice damage on the charge. My god, that's some devastating damage on the charge. And we're going to get a cheeky and a rather kinky wimp go down at the Exalted Demonettes. But the Hellstriders take significant damage as well. The spear's been mixed in there, plus the charm effect was quite tasty. Now, we may get Vin Diesel versus The Rock grudge match here, as the Nakaris come together, but it does seem like Vin is going to run and try to fall back to safety, as the enemy one is pursuing him through his friendly lines. The front lines really haven't fully engaged yet. Cavalry is floating around the back. Big engagements going on cav-wise. It does seem like so far, just about, I would argue, the red Slaanesh player is getting the advantage. Seeker of Slaanesh's are going to be going down here. Another cavalry charge. If the Furies rear attack this, they'll be able to win and start dominating the mobility game, which is so crucial for Slaanesh to win. It looks like the Exalted Demonettes have dived in against more Exalted Demonettes, so this is going to be a real bloody affair here. Man, I can't wait for the blood pack, because this is going to be carnage. But still, pretty beautiful stuff so far, as, whips and blades can't hurt me. Was it whips and chains can't hurt me? I can't remember what it is, but they excite the Exalted Demonettes regardless. The Slice and Shards is going to come down, hitting some Spearmen and Exalted Demonettes. It does look like some really fantastic micromanagement, though, coming in from Storm. He's able to dodge it and actually suck the enemy into their own blaster friendly fire. No! Look at that damage. The Exalted Demonettes get ripped. That's what happens when you don't wear armor to a battlefield. Looks like the Nakaris are fighting in the epic duel of the fates. Keeper of Secrets is pondering his life choices, and now he does decide to move in to help his lord, but a little bit too little too late here. It looks like one Nakari has been beaten back, and now it looks like the big Vin Diesel Nakari can fight the Keeper of Secrets in hand-to-hand combat, but he's going to get forced back, and this is a wise decision. You're relatively beat up at this moment. You've won the fight. Just pull back there to relative safety. Balance power is pretty even. We have Spearmen bumping and grinding up against Marauders with the help of an Inkari. Should be able to overwhelm this formation rather nicely. It seems like the Keeper of Secrets has been hit here with an Acquiescence, which is going to slow them down and lower their melee defense. That should allow the Green Nakari to fall back there, and the Keeper's going to have to come back to friendly territory. Furies are swooping and hounding Hellstriders, which is a good play. They're going to get a devastating flank charge onto the Marauders of Slaanesh. Doing some pretty okay damage. Looks like they didn't really connect super well there. A Kinky Whip is going to come down on the Exiled Demonets, doing some pretty nice damage, followed up perhaps by some Furies. Looks like the Keeper of Secrets is now going to engage with Hellstriders. Not the best engagement for it. Will certainly be able to bring much more pain to the enemy than they can bring to it. However, it's not going to be super cost effective. I'd like to see these Chaos Furies swoop down and get a bit of support here, but there are Exalted Demonets and Seekers and even more cavalry flooding in. A lovely rear attack into the front line. That should secure the front line for the Green Slaanesh player, and with that, they look really dominant on the battlefield. It looks like one of the Nakari's has been rampaged, and they are in the fight in the trees, where the fins of the dusk and darkness goes bump in the night, and it seems like the Green Nakari, the true Nakari, was victorious. So he may go down himself. The Keeper of Secrets is constantly hounding and harassing him at any time. But with their Liege Lord going down, it does seem like the Red Forces of Slaanesh will be hitting army losses. Their army crumbles into nothingness, and Slaanesh cackles, but as do the other Chaos Gods. Those Slaanesh were victorious this day. They were also weakened, and that is only bodes well for their enemies. This Nakari is going to come in here, bonk his opponent on the top of the head with a bottle of Corona, and say, family, this one's for my family, and drags down the Slaanesh forces. A glorious victory there for the Rapturous XS. The pretty Slaanesh-y name for sure. That was some awesome stuff. I don't normally cast that many mirrors on the channel. I try to avoid mirrors where possible. I know some people don't like them, although in Warhammer 3 it is kind of unavoidable with the amount of factions in the game currently. But I thought it was a good fun game. Very high micro, lots of baiting back and forth. Very impressive how Storm dealt with those slice and shards. Very quick micro to dodge them, but also drag the enemy through them is, of course, incredibly smart. Caradoc, a very talented tournament player. I should know he's kicked my butt enough times, and we've had some really good games over the years, going very back and forth. At one point, we bumped into each other in almost every single tournament. So always good to see him in action, and playing pretty decent as well, though he lost this one. I like his build on the Double Keeper of Secrets strategy. Is certainly one that perhaps could work in the future. 3.3k though on Nakari. The other Nakari only 2.7, and that really sums up the battlefield for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment down below what you thought of the battle as a whole, what you'd like to see on the channel more often, and simply yell quack or leave a funny comment. I really enjoy reading through them all. Those are links in the description to Twitch, Patreon, and Discord. Patreon is where you can support the channel, and Discord is where you can submit replays. Let's very quickly go through some of the key units here. So Nakari, 22 kills, just under 3.4k value there. Exalt Demonettes, very impressed, 76 and 179 kills, 830 and 870 gold value. Doesn't seem insane, but the fact that also charming the enemy allowed them to win the infantry fight. Cavalry was a real mixed bag, low hundreds for the most part, 700 being the standout, and infantry did okay, just bumping and grinding in the front. It really came down to assassinating the enemy general rather effectively. The force of Caradoc here, 2.8k gold value on this Nakari, 730 on the Keeper of Secrets, and his Exiled Demonets got absolutely slapped. Got a bit better of the early cavalry engagements, and it looked like he was going to win the cav fight, but there was so much more cav hidden in the trees. It was almost impossible for him, in reality, I believe, to dominate in that aspect of the battlefield, though it started quite well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, peace, peace, and as always, stay awesome.